42, filed by Senate Majority Leader Miguel Zubiri last February 8. On Thursday, February 11, the Healthcare Professionals Alliance Against COVID-19 warns the bill may lead to maldistribution and may create unequal access to limited shots throughout the country. If the bill is passed, local governments with the capacity to pay will have easier access to the vaccines rather than those who need them most.
Hindi dapat maipasok yung capacity to pay. Kailangan patas-patas. Mabigyan yung mahirap across all LGUs. Kailangan siguraduhin natin yan. Hindi lang doon sa mayayaman na LGU.
Dance appeals to lawmakers and Zubiri to reconsider the bill, saying it will impact the public's trust in the government's COVID-19 vaccination program. Lawmakers in both the House and the Senate are pushing for measures that will allow LGUs and the private sector to buy vaccines directly from manufacturers without the oversight of the national government. Aside from Senate Bill 2042, House Bills number 8648 and number 8649 also seek the same measure. The House Committee on Appropriations approves the two House bills Thursday. Meantime, starting Monday, February 15, the government will allow increased capacity in areas under general community quarantine for the following: religious services, driving schools, traditional cinemas, video and interactive game arcades, libraries, archives, museums, and cultural centers, meetings, conferences, and exhibitions, and limited social events and accredited establishments of the Tourism Department. Despite being cleared of charges, journalist Lady Ann I.C. Salem and unionist Rodrigo Esparago are still in jail because a Mandaluyong prosecutor argues the decision is not yet final. But Salem and Esparago's lawyers say all acquittals are final and executory. Salem and Esparago were charged with illegal possession of firearms and explosives, but were cleared Friday, February 5. On Monday, February 8, the activists' lawyers, through the Public Interest Law Center, filed an urgent motion to release the two. But on Tuesday, February 9, Mandaluyong Senior Assistant City Prosecutor Keruben Garcia opposed it. Garcia claims they will appeal the decision, saying the Mandaluyong judge's ruling that cleared the activists of their charges has yet to attain finality. The activists' lawyers note, acquittals in general cannot be appealed because doing so will violate the rule on double jeopardy or being tried for the same offense. Salem, an editor of a red-tagged alternative publication Manila Today, while Esparago, a trade unionist, were among the 7 people arrested on Human Rights Day on December 10, 2020. Network performance analytics firm OpenSignal observes a 10-fold increase in download speeds in the Philippines comparing newer 5G connections to 4G. In a blog post, analysis team lead Ian Fogg says emerging markets see some of the biggest jumps in mobile experience with 5G, with mobile users in Thailand seeing 5G download speed 13.4 times faster than the 4G download speed. This is the greatest increase in the world, with Philippines trailing second with 10.1 times and Saudi Arabia third. The Philippines records average 5G download speeds of 117.2 Mbps. Saudi Arabia, Taiwan, and Ireland round out the top 5, seeing increases of 8.8, 7.7, and 7.3 times over 4G download speeds. South Korea currently has the highest average 5G download speed at 354.4 Mbps, followed by the United Arab Emirates, Taiwan, Saudi Arabia, and Australia. While the Philippines is second to Thailand in 5G versus 4G download speed improvement, the Philippines ranks the highest globally in terms of video experience with a 77.1 score, a 40% improvement over its 4G video experience score. Smart and Globe offer 5G in the Philippines. Facebook says it will reduce the distribution of all content and profiles run by Myanmar's military. In a statement released Friday, February 12, the tech giant says the accounts have continued to spread misinformation after the army seized power and detained civilian leaders in a coup on February 1. Facebook's measures are not a ban, but are aimed at reducing the number of people who see the content. The pages will also not appear on news feeds as recommended. The social media giant says it also suspended the ability of Myanmar government agencies to send content removal requests to Facebook through the usual channels. Hundreds of thousands of people have been protesting in Myanmar since the army overthrew the civilian government led by Aung San Suu Kyi and detained most top leaders. Singer Taylor Swift releases a new version of her 2008 hit song, Love Story. In a tweet, Swift announces the release of the song's new version. She also announces the upcoming release of re-recording of the 2008 album Fearless, which contains 26 songs including 6 never-before-released songs from the vault. Love Story is among Swift's biggest hits. She earlier announced she'd be re-recording her older music following a year of actively trying to regain ownership of the master recordings of her first 6 albums. The master recordings of her first 6 albums were once owned by music executive Scooter Braun. She'd later learned that Shamrock Holdings had purchased her masters through Braun, who would still profit from her old music. This prompted Swift to re-record her first 6 albums.